Salome's Veil by Wayne Firestone. Virtue dons her veil, Safta once told me, and that is what remains from this place. Surrounded by familiar communal clutter, but not family, the Geulah Transit Camp is a fleeting home in the seaport city of Aden. Built for 1,000, it holds 10 times that number. 15 years ago, Mother left me while in childbirth. She left before I could ask her about the riddles in my head. She left before I could leave her. I awaken early each morn before dawn, amidst scattered snoring and mumbled curses. I seek these invisible moments for selfish examination, knowing that I am both protected and exposed inside this massive tent. I rely mainly on my memories of childhood riddles and rhymes as guides for my uncertain circumstances. Safta would conceal my books in her red suitcase, neatly packed as if ever ready to ascend. As a young child, I remember how I accessed mystical, hypnotic powers I inherited from Safta over the objections of my grandfather. "Mysticism for a woman is simply folly," he said dismissively. Staring back at me daily from my confines is a familiar image in a fractured body-length mirror. I remember myself at 9, listening to Safta's cadenced voice. As I remember her instructions, I see Safta's face emerge like an oracle in the mirror, replacing my own. "I will share with you today, Yasmin," she told me, "what I concealed from your mother, and God willing, you will share with only your granddaughter and other chosen women." Curiously and deliberately, like prime numbers, these familial connections skip over a matriarchal generation. It is a Mediterranean secret, painstakingly withheld from mother and daughter alike, a responsibility that I now entrust to you, she implored. I now understand that this spiritual connection has descended in our bloodline for many years, even though some have tried to bar us from understanding why. Safta paused and coughed into her khamsa-shaped fish, causing reverberations through her body, rattling the buckles on her worn sandals. With age, her back arches down, given the appearance that we are almost of equal height. What mother and child can never share or resolve, grandmother and granddaughter in life and death can transcend. When your lips cannot find words to speak to your daughter, I will whisper letters for you to assemble in your dreams, she explained. I heard her words as a child, but did not yet understand. The alphabetic code stored in my memory. I wait now, impatiently, to discover which individual, which generation will solve her riddle, remove the veil, before it is too late. In contrast to the meager surroundings in the tent, I turn to the remnant objects that Safta left me years ago in her suitcase. A hairbrush, mirror, braided jewelry. The Myth and Mystique of Dance Around the World by P.T. Middleman. Misinterpretations of the veiled dance date to the New Testament story of Herod's daughter Salome, and an interpretation as a striptease act in the 1892 play by Oscar Wilde, which also inspired a Richard Strauss opera in 1905. Each contributes to the enticing legend of 7 veils, where the dancer removes her garments in 7 seductive stages. Yet the testamental story makes no reference to a nude dancer. Wilde, Strauss, cultured men. You have everything you need for this journey inside of this heart-colored valise, or inside of your own heart. And one day you too shall ascend. Transformation is your chosen path, a journey richer yet more dangerous than ascension. Now, it is your turn to dance, she said. She promised that day that we will always dance as one, and handed me this cloak. Layered clouds of indoor haze hover over ornate decorations, colorful pillows, crooked cloth banners and candlelight fixtures, an elixir of potent hues, sunburned yellow, burgundy, and mandarin orange. Two olive-skinned arms emerge, serpentine, multiple sets of eyes trace the contours of my veil, without regard for the crouching legs attached below. Appendages bend at the elbow, the contortions, sensual, becoming, are slowed by conscious restraint. Anatomy shadows movement, form mimics escapade. Lamed, spine arcing back, tilting a towering neck and head, soaring toward the heavens. Mem, hips gyrating vertical corners, a flowing stream of multiple ravines and tributaries defying gravity and closure. Dalit, outstretched arms anchored by your elbows at the chest, a self-embrace, a doorway to ascension. Each movement, an impregnated letter, an unspoken wonderment, patiently awaiting its revelation. Pendulous motions hypnotize and control the audience. The trance is both collective and individual, allowing me to seamlessly move on and off the stage, oscillating throughout the room. At my command, they clap like a derobed choir. The chosen women follow my lead, novice and experienced, young and mature, alike and dissimilar, a symbiotic rapture of obedience. The performance inures to the benefit of women, not the pleasure of men. My virtuosic art, like my riddles, missed and mistaken gestures by the West. The trance is broken. I stand, but not alone, as the audience vanishes. No one is present to acknowledge the prior suspension of conventional time. Each conceals an unspoken version of the 22 sumptuous minutes we shared, like a rendezvous with a secret lover, a selfish and insatiable memory. Safta's riddle inside my dance, behind my veil, remains a secret.